Hi, love. You know how Ariana and Cynthia have just been like weird?
It's also my first time ever doing my job.
You have been the light of the day. You are
truly-
such a gift.
You brought such light into the room. Thank you very much
We appreciate
for coming
you.
into this room today.
So great. That joy he wanted to infuse in every frame.
I think we found a little piece of ourselves in each other.
A beautiful sistership that continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix
so sorry.
something.
I'm
I
so
know.
sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch
It's like
that Cynthia Erivo
surprise,
gets.
it's up there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because the thing is,
Biggest pinch me moment for each of you.
Like, just the way that's just they have just been is just like, okay, what is that? But just like everything else on the internet, people are always going to take it a step too far, and that is what we're going to discuss today, because one thing I will do is make something deeper. Okay,
But anyway,
when the Wicked press tour began, a lot of people were excited, you know, talking about the costuming, just the movie, and just like the vibes of it. It's just something I think a lot of people needed. Well, not really. They keep on repeating the movies and just retelling the same stories. But irregardless, a lot of people were talking about the movie. And then as the press tour, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be eating my nuts because I need to have enough milk for my baby. But anyway, instead of it being about the movie, a lot of people started discussing the relationship between Cynthia and Ariana. For the first movie, they were crying a lot more than usual.
Yeah. Ooh, don't look at me like that. We just had our own private cry in the parking lot. Whoa, stop.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
don't do it.
Like, I just, like...
So much. I'm gonna take such good care of her. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, we're gonna do it again. No.
I've gotten a little bit of her softness, and she's got
Her strength.
a little bit of my strength.
Yeah. Truthfully, we're a bunch of crybabies over here. It's really emotional.
We can't help it. We're trying our best.
Just comforting each other, which was okay, but then it became more and more uncomfortable and weird to watch. Their relationship or their experience seemed bigger, or something sinister was happening behind the scenes. Sure, people get emotional when you do a movie. It's like an end of an era or something like that, so you've sort of shared this bond, but theirs was just something no one was used to seeing. And as that was happening, a lot of memes came about of just how they're just always crying and hugging and just comforting each other whenever they are on press tours about this movie. Again, they started another press tour with the second Wicked movie coming out, and I haven't seen more crying, but I've just seen a lot more protecting happening, and that is from Cynthia's side. A lot of protecting when it comes to Ariana, and Ariana has a history of being a different person many times. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because I've had my different eras, okay, where it's like 2 years ago I was a whole different person than I am right now. Even my accent was probably different. Like, girl has a lot of personality problems, okay? So imagine being an actor and also just being in the public light. Sometimes it all just gets all mixed up, and that's why I believe that she might be different sometimes, and you know, a little race change once in a while. I don't know. People have noticed that within this movie, within this press tour, that Ariana has, you know, changed her demeanor. She's kind of acting childlike, very innocent, and her voice has changed, becoming more feminine. I don't know what it is, but like, you know, it is what it is. That's just how she's been. Because if you look at her other videos, she's not that same person. So it is clear this is maybe for promoting the movie or just adding to the character. I don't know what it is, but that's how she's been positioning herself. Cynthia, in her old videos, she's been pretty much the same, like how she speaks, her speech patterns, all that kind of stuff. But then physically, yes, she has changed, but it is noticeable that both of them are much more petite than they were a few years ago, which is normal. I'm bigger. Okay, I'm bigger than I was. Okay, 10 kgs heavier. Okay, we're still gonna get that baby weight off. Okay, don't come at me. So what made me actually get up and make this video was I saw this fan. Let me just play the video. This was so scary to watch, especially being a huge fan of Christina Grimmie. It's her who unfortunately passed away because of a obsessed fan who unalived her. So something like that is not pretty, it's not nice to look at. But then we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the reaction of Cynthia and then the reaction of people of that. And I believe that this narrative didn't just come on like that. This narrative that, you know, Cynthia is the protector, is the bodyguard, you know, didn't just come off with that one video. But I think that was like the ultimate video, because there's been previous, you know, hand gestures, you know, body language that has just been placing her as the protector of simple and, you know, feminine and floral Ariana Grande, right? So people didn't just come to this conclusion, but then as always, people are always gonna take it to a high notch up, where it doesn't just become celebrity gossip that you read passing by, but it becomes commentary on race, femininity, and the fantasies that people project on Black women. This narrative that we've seen over and over again in our TVs, in our real lives. I'm not gonna come on here and say that what Cynthia is doing is wrong. Like, she should not be protecting Ariana or anything like that. She's doing just as a lot of people would do when you with a co-star. They seem to be friends. You know, you're always going to want to protect them and be there for them. But because this is playing on a huge scale, and again, race and femininity and, you know, gender, that is just not going to be that. You know, people are always going to take that and let it be the reality they've always wanted, which is to masculate Black women.
Come on, you look so beautiful.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Did
Come out! Help! Come here! Come here! That's enough. That's enough.
It's a wonderful pleasure to meet you. You know, I was just wondering, will you be in any other movies or anything coming up? You know, Ariana, Ariana. Will you be in any other scenes coming up? Anything coming up?
When you talk to her, you talk to me. Yeah, get you too close to her.
It's such a pleasure.
You know what? We done, bitch. Come on. Let's go. She doing too much.
Oh my God, you always get into this fix-it mood. Like, you're always helping me. You're always there for me. You're just like the light of my life. Thank you. Thank you. Did you fix it?
They have put Cynthia as a real life version of what they want Black women to be in their lives, or to be in real life, which is not the main character, not the, you know, feminine, shy, innocent, whatever, but like this masculine, you know, man, bodyguard who's gonna, you know, save the white woman. You know what I'm saying? Who's not seen as a woman. And to top it off, she's bald. Yo, like, yo, But when you see like in the comments, like some people like taking it too deep or whatever, it is because as Black people, we see right through what people don't want to mention or call out. We're not attacking Cynthia or Ariana, but we're seeing what that says to the global majority and what they symbolize in our reality. And I don't know if you saw this fan art. That's when I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Because just as I saw that video and saw the comments, immediately, like, as a black woman, I was like, okay, they're trying to emasculate her. Like, they want to emasculate her. They're even talking about her body, her muscles, where it's like, she's literally thin, but they're trying to make her into this, like, big, strong, like, both of them, her and Ariana, are pretty much the same size, if you ask me. She's just more toned, but they're trying to make her as if, like, she's like this man, right? Because that's the role that they see us in, and that image of her and Ariana is just kind of like confirming their biases. And I specifically remember when I started working at this place, can't obviously mention where, but I remember this lady being like, oh, I'm so glad that you're black, because the last girl, she was blonde and she didn't do any work, she was so lazy and this and this and that. I'm glad I have you because you're strong, you're gonna of course I worked there. I needed the money, but it was just like this thing where in her head, because I'm not a petite blonde woman, I am automatically hardworking, I'm automatically much stronger, I'm automatically gonna do work, like, I'm never gonna be physically tired, I'm never gonna be lazy or wanna have a break, you know what I'm saying? And I hated that because I'm a hard worker in general, that I could not, like, slack off, because, like, I generally don't like slacking up. Like, when I get committed to something, except for YouTube apparently, like, I do it, like, if I've signed a contract, I'm gonna do what I signed up to do. But it's things like that in the real life, it affects real people because of things like that. And a lot of people are like, oh no, it's just fan art, it's like, it's not race, it's just like what's happening. Where it's like, no, it is, because it affects real women, real people out there. Also, with Ariana's use of this, soft voice and just wearing pink and just being the complete opposite. I know that it's because of the role that they're playing, I get that, but it also just plays into it, how people see them and view them as well. And also just the casting as well, Cynthia not having hair, again, as I've talked about with black women not having, or black models, their hair being cut in fashion shows, all that kind of stuff, all that masculinization, in as much as it's their decision, and I'm sure it's Cynthia's decision to not have hair, but it does again play into this role, right, where when people look at that, they masculinize even more. And it's so annoying that everything that we do, especially with our hair, it is politicized, even though we don't want it to, or we don't intend it to be. Because, wearing an afro, just wearing your natural hair, that's saying something. Wearing a wig, that's saying something about your character. Our hair is always tied to that, to who we are. So her not having hair and having Ariana have her beautiful blonde hair is also playing into that as well. Yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts on this whole thing. I've actually never watched both of the movies. Wicked. I don't even know what it's about. Anyway, I just wanted to comment on that. Neither women are doing anything wrong. I'm sure if you ask them or talk to them about this, they'll be like, what? No. But it's not about their intention. It's not about what they do. It's just how it's perceived. And unfortunately, when you're on the big stage, you don't have control with how you are perceived. And there's really nothing like they can physically do, It is what it is, but it just goes to show us that the fantasy is real. People do want that. They do want to be the damsel and want a black woman to be, the macho, the unfeminine, the strong, the whatever. That makes them feel comfortable. So again, I always talk about this, especially in the movies, but this was a nice example, in real life, that yeah, this actually happens. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about this video down below. Are you a fan of Wicked? I've never watched it. I've never watched any of them. I think I will one day. I always watch them when they're free. I'm not going to the cinema. I'll wait. I'm so patient. I will wait. And then until it's free, maybe then I'll probably watch it with my daughter. She's like 3 months, so I'll wait until she grows up and she's like, I want to watch Wicked, then we'll watch it, because I've never, I don't like movies. A little life update. So my mom is here. If you give birth, always have your mom with you. Like, that's just gonna make your life different. But anyway, that's why I'm actually here, because she's here. Because with that baby, I can't do anything. So I just feed her and give her to her grandmother, and I can do what I want. But anyway, today was like a no makeup day, because I was filming some content for some skincare brands, of which, obviously no makeup. And I was like, you know what, my skin's looking good, I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation, but like, why not? I'm just gonna come online without makeup, why not? It's not like this video is getting millions of views, so whatever. Let me finish my nuts. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.